You mentioned you are making you've made a film with Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. I made a movie called Larry Crown, and it's going to be out in July 1st. So set your... Why am I on the show talking about a movie that's coming out in July?
Come again on the Univision show to talk about it.
Very big.
Or whatever incarnation we're on then.
Julia Roberts, it is about a guy who loses his job. Who then goes back to junior college. I went to junior college. And his teacher, my teacher, is Julia Roberts, and guess what happens? She's a vampire. It's absolutely magnificent. She's a wonderful lady to work with. And also in the film, George Takei.
George Takei.
George Takei of
Mr. Sulu from Star Trek.
Wonderful guy.
I worked with, a number of years ago, I worked on a Simpsons episode about, but I wanted to get him to be part of it. It was about a monorail, and I asked him to be part of the episode, and he said no. Because I don't want to get him in trouble, but he said he's on the Board of Transportation in San Francisco, and he said, I take monorails very seriously. He did.
That actually sounds like a come-on line, you know?
Maybe it was.
I take monorails very seriously. George is a wonderful guy, great actor. And when he was young, he's of Japanese American. His family was in one of the internment camps.
I did hear that.
And now he is one of the most beloved actors in America, as our test screening in Woodland Hills earlier this week.
Right.
He came up on screen and fights broke out. It's Mr. Solo! It's Mr. Solo! It's Mr. Solo! They loved him. And we immediately went back and put all his scenes back in the movie.
Great.
He is such a wonderful man.
He takes monorails very seriously.
I
respect your opinion. You're an icon. You're a very smart man. Give me your honest opinion. How do you feel about the set? We have a new set.
Not about it. The high point, I gotta say, outside the 6,000 seats for the screaming fans, This is about the most beautiful and most realistic backdrop I've ever seen of some city somewhere in the world. It's not Los Angeles.
No, it's not LA.
I don't know if it's like Dubai or Abu Dhabi or
this is Rio.
Yeah. Acapulco or something like that. But look at that beautiful water there. Isn't it gorgeous? Like plastic.
Do you like ocean? Are you an ocean guy?
When I was a kid, I got hooked on watching nonfiction television in the guise of the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau is huge.
They were on about once a month. And I watched them religiously because you just learn so much about dolphins, and it wasn't just the ocean. He would go into like lakes and stuff. I remember once he went into Lake Titicaca in South America, and they took the submarines, and he said, we took the submersibles to the bottom of Lake Titicaca. Much to our surprise, we found nothing but titties and caca. That's the joke we said the next day in junior high, which I think works great for Conan's new show.
Yeah. Perfect. It's perfect.
But I loved it because you learned about dolphins and octopus and stuff. So it made me like an amateur marine biologist.
I didn't realize that you were that interested in marine life.
Well, yeah. I lived in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area, so we always saw water, and we always had that sense that we were very close to nature.
Well, it's beautiful to. Well, look at that. You can see, I think those are whales right there.
Oh, my God.
Check it out.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Those are, I believe, those are humpback whales, Conan. Those are humpback whales, and if there's got to be a school of them nearby. Now, this is freaky because we're early for the humpback migration season, so to see them now, I think we should just look at them and enjoy this spectacular vision of nature.
You know, Tom, I have known you a long time. I've never seen you this excited about anything. Well, check out, look, the whales are breaching.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, no, they're not breaching, they are lunging. If they were to breach, actually 40% of them would come out of the water. It would be totally different. That was amazing. I was wrong. They were breaching. That was a breach. That was not a lunge. It was a breach.